Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a video on USMNT players, and basically I'm just going to be ranking them from what I know of them and from what I've seen. And I know not many people will really care for this video, but I enjoy doing these USMNT videos. Any soccer/football videos is something that I just love to do, to be honest. I wish I could do more. I've tried posting a few in the past recently, but like the Gold Cup final? Yeah, the Gold Cup final between the US and Mexico. Was that the 1-0? That was the Gold Cup, right? I forget, yeah, the Nations League was like the crazy game. That got blocked, and many others. But I want to get post these because there's a niche group of people who watch my videos on this kind of stuff consistently, and the fact that happens for me is kind of baffling, but I really do appreciate it. And I mean, again, don't take my opinion. I know my opinion is not like the best, but just giving my sort of input on these kinds of videos, I think it's quite cool. And with this, these are sort of the tiers. This is a tier list video. I might do some more tier list videos in the future. I'm just gonna quickly change the tiers and I'll come back. But yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy. If you want some more of these sort of videos, some more USMNT videos, just some more football videos in general, please suggest some sort of styles of content what you'd want me to do, because I'm down, man. I'm down for this kind of stuff. So we're back, and these are the tiers. It's a bit suspect, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't great at sort of deciding which tiers are what. How I've sort of done it is top tier, elite top 5 in its position. Now in context, for like English players, I'd probably only actually put Harry Kane here, if I'm being real. Harry Kane, yeah, probably. And maybe like Trent, but even then he's been a bit off form recently. So that, I mean, yeah, that's probably who I'd only put here. Maybe just Harry Kane, to be honest. And I mean, so that's the level of this one. It's probably, I don't know. We'll see, basically. Then there's world class, who is world class on the cusp of elite. Basically, players like, again in context, maybe like, I would say Sancho, but maybe not even that. Maybe someone like, yeah, I don't even know who I'd put it, to be honest. Again, it's a hard sort of list to get into. High potential, mainly young players. That's again more like Bellingham, maybe. I'd say it's players like Bellingham, etc. Then good player, mid to low prem players, good young players, talented but young, championship quality. And then there's the bottom tier. Couldn't lace Phil Jones's boots, mate. I'm gonna be real. There's gonna be some players here that I've probably not heard of or I've not seen enough, so I may not be able to list them. But I'm just gonna sort of go into this one and just with a sort of open mind. I do watch quite a lot of football. I watch a lot of highlights, so again, maybe my opinions won't necessarily be the best, but some people just seem to enjoy what I have to say, so we're just going to get into this really. But so we're just going to get started. Hopefully you can see, I mean, I've tried to zoom in a bit, so I mean it should be alright, but for example, I don't know who this Ochoa is, so I can't really put him there. Ethan Horvath, he's the one who's just come off the Gold Cup as a like a hero kind of thing. And I probably would say, see, this isn't fair, because he is literally in the Championship at the moment, and he's backup keeper from what I know for Nottingham Forest, and they're not started the season very well. So I would probably put him higher if it was for that. But I mean, if you base it off this, I'm going to change it to decent player. Now I probably will. I mean, I'm going to have talented but young, decent player. I probably have to keep him because he's not a young player, is he? He's 25. So I mean, this doesn't really do him justice, but yeah, I'll probably have to. Well, let me just swap this one up. Decent player. Let me say, barely. So it can help my case a little bit. Barely championship quality. Decent player because he's a championship player, but he's back up to Nottingham Forest. Zach Steffen. See, he would probably be here. I do actually rate him. I rate him. I think he's like similar to sort of Pickford's level. Like in the league, he probably actually is a better keeper, but Pickford just seems to turn up when it's England. If he was a bit younger, he probably would be here, but he isn't the youngest again. He's not old, but he's not the youngest. Is this Matt Turner? I don't know. I don't think I know Matt Turner, so I can't really do him. Oh, sure, again, I can't. Richards, again. I'm going to put him here. He's young, and he's still got a lot of proving to do, but he's just gone on loan to Hoffenheim, from what I know. I don't know if he's been playing much, but Hoffenheim are a decent level team, to be fair. Even though he's a youngster, so he maybe would go here. He's probably like mixed with this, and this because he's high potential, but he's not played as much. See, I'd say probably that. Brooks. See, he's not. These lists aren't going to do it great. He's not young, but he's a very good defender. I feel like he's playing for Wolfsburg, who are balling out at the moment. They balled out pretty well last year. They had a good defensive record, and for the Bundesliga, having a good defensive record, it's kind of crazy because there's a lot of goals in that league. So I mean, even though he's not young, I'm just going to say he's here because, to be honest, I think he would get in the England squad if I'm being real. He'd probably get over players, or he would get over players like. So you've got Maguire, you've got Stones. I'd have him over Mings for sure. That's not even a debate, to be honest. Michael Keane easily. Yes, I would say he's here because Michael Keane and Mings I would say, like good players in the Prem. So I think that's a fair enough spot. Matt Miazga. Didn't he just get a move? Am I thinking of someone else? Matt Miazga. Oh. I'm thinking of Carter Vickers, I think. He just got a move, didn't he? Oh no, he did get a move, didn't he, to Alaves? I mean, he's playing for Alaves. I don't know much about him, but I know he's been on a lot of loans. I'd probably just say... Alaves are a La Liga team. Again, he's not young, but I'm going to have him here. Just a bit below... Not necessarily. He'd probably be like a relegation sort of Premier League player because he's at Alaves. I don't know how Alaves are at the moment, to be honest, but that's where I'd put him. Mackenzie, probably talented but young again. I don't know much about him, but I know he's on the radar of a few teams. Robinson, again, probably talented but young, to be honest. Like, he's a Premier League player. He's actually quite a good player. He just didn't like he nearly got a move to AC Milan, to be fair. But I'd probably say he's here. I think I would sort of compare him to someone like Max Aarons. He's a good player, but he's sort of on the up and down at the moment. He's sort of making his way, but he's slowly going to get up. I feel like I could see him in a few years as someone like, not Wolves, maybe someone like a Villa, to be honest. Because Villa have got a decent left back, but in a few years I feel like he'll be a decent level player, like probably like a good Premier League player, to be honest. I mean, he probably already is, but I'm just going to rate him there just for now. Dest, I mean, let me just move up. Let's put him in high potential. I mean, he's definitely going to get to this sort of level for sure, but he's still young. He's at a Barcelona team that are struggling a bit, to be fair. So, I mean, he's maybe got the chance to come through and like be seen as like the future in a sense, as is. I mean, he probably already is, but yeah, man, he's a good player. And definitely when players like Roberto, not retired because he's not that old, but maybe moving more to midfield, he'll get more and more chances. Is he versatile? It says left wing back and right wing back. If he is, maybe when like Alba goes and stuff, because obviously they just sold the Emerson as well. So yeah, he's got good chances actually. To be fair, Reggie Cannon. I mean, I don't know much about him, but he was a good player on my Football Manager save. So I'd say talented but young. I'd say that maybe off this, maybe Robinson is probably here actually. Yeah, we'll mix up right we get to the when we get closer to the end. Tyler Adams. Now, I wouldn't actually mind him in the Premier in the England team, to be honest. He's versatile. He's a good player. I mean, he plays in a lot of positions. I thought he played in midfield a bit. I mean, you've got Declan Rice, who's good. I'd say Declan Rice is probably in this level as well. See, I'd say Adams definitely will push up because again he's young, he's good already, very good. McKennie again the same. He nearly got a move to like, I think it was like linked to Burnley yesterday, and I was like, what? This guy is too good for Burnley. He should be at someone like Spurs. I mean, he's at Juventus already, but like getting like sort of starting consistently. Spurs sort of like I can see him at Leicester. Him and like Tielemans together. Oh yo, that could be a nice link up. Musa, talented but young. He's a good player, and I was very jealous when he chose the US. I'm not gonna lie, I was very jealous. But he's still very young. He just came off an injury as well, so he's just getting back into the sort of swing of things. He'll probably be like these sort of levels, maybe even this level to be fair. But yeah, good player for sure, and I'm very jealous he picked the US. Reina, and this is a hard one. I mean, if we're looking at these players, Reina he's an elite youngster. Like these are all very, very good youngsters. Reina's like an elite youngster, and he's already like filling the void of Sancho like it's nothing, man. He's doing crazy things already, as if he wasn't last year as well, and previous years too. In terms of his stats, they are like, not well. I mean, the world class levels. He's definitely inching there. It's hard because there's so many good players. I mean, again, if Harry Kane's here, if players like Sancho are around here, he's got to be here. To be fair, he's a bit younger than Sancho. He's got a few more years to catch up, and I'm sure he probably will. Because I mean, Sancho's new to United as a United fan. He's easing his way into things for United, but he's not looked very confident, to be fair. So I mean, maybe you see that and maybe you think, okay, he's not as good maybe as before he is. And I'm not going to say that yet because I love Sancho and I think he's going to be crazy good for us. But I don't know, I'd say Reina here though. I can't say this guy's name, but I'd say, wasn't he? Is it someone else? Wasn't he like a championship player? Maybe not. I don't know if he played for like Forest or someone. Am I thinking of the defender? He played for West Ham. He didn't actually play. So I'll probably say he's like decent player. Maybe championship. Nah, because he's probably good enough for championship. Probably like a promotion chasing team in the championship, to be fair. Aronson. Again, he's a young player, but I don't know. I don't know much about him because I don't want to really judge him. I'll say just decent player. Pulisic, world class, bro. If he played for England, I'd be so happy, bro. He is. I mean, I don't even want to get into it, because he's such a good player. When I watch him, I'm like, bro, this guy is Hazard on steroids at his age, man. How old is he now? 22? Still very young. But the way he dribbles with the ball, man. Again, you've got no one for England with that sort of dribbling ability. Like, Sancho's got the ability to dribble, but he's not as quick. Pulisic's got the speed, the low centre of gravity. Just, he's nuts when you watch him, man. He's a crazy, crazy player. So world class. And I mean, with Tuchel, he's been a bit on and off with him, to be fair. Like, Tuchel's been like, he's been picking him, but not as consistently. But then again, I think he's just one of those managers that sort of switches it up a lot. But again, if he gets into like, he gets the more minutes, and the more minutes he gets, the better his stats will be, etc. I'm sure he could be inching this level. To be honest, top 5 in this position. I mean, left wingers, you got Neymar. I mean, Mbappe's not a left winger, but he plays. I can't really think now. I'm thinking of it. Mane, Sterling, but Sterling definitely isn't an elite. No way. I'd even say he's probably a more talented player than Sterling, but Sterling just gets the stats and stuff, like he gets the goals and etc. That's something that will come to his game. But yeah, definitely there for sure. And in future, I wouldn't even argue against him being here because he's such an exciting player to watch. Timothy Weah. Now, I'd probably say he's a good player, but I feel like a few years ago he was really, really hyped up. Like, really hyped up. And he's a good player, good young player. But for now, I reckon he's a good Premier League player who could get to this sort of level, around sort of here. Again, good player. I'm not arguing against him, but I'd probably say here for now. He'd probably do a job for like someone like a Norwich, to be fair. Someone like Norwich, maybe a bit higher, like Southampton, maybe. Could see him there, like a sort of a duo with like Armstrong or someone, maybe replacing Ings. But again, getting those Ings numbers is a hard thing to do. Daryl Dike, high potential, bro. This guy's a beast, man. I was speaking to someone who watches my videos, and he's a nasty player. Because I'm from Norwich, I'm not a Norwich fan. My family isn't into sports, so I sort of didn't have the influence to support a team, but I still watched Norwich. And with that, I sort of watched the Championship when they're in it. And last year, bro, he went off, bro. He went off. And I mean, when you do that for someone like Barnsley, it's crazy because they should have been like, they were like a relegation sort of favourite. So the fact that he did that for them, yeah, man, he's a very, very good player. And give him a few years, and he's going to be. Again, I can see him maybe replacing someone like Kane in like 3-4 years' time, and just tearing it up. To be honest, maybe take him to someone like Everton. They just signed Rondon. Let's take him to someone like Everton. Have him back up to like Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison for now. And once one of them leave within the next year, I reckon Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin will leave. Get him there, get him warmed up, and yeah, man, he could be firing in no time. And that's definite. Josh Sargent, Good player. He's a very good player. He's exciting to watch. He's quicker than I thought he was as well. Again, I could have watched him live when in the Carabao Cup for Norwich. I was busy that day, but he played very well then. And from what I've seen of him, because I do watch Norwich when they play, because they're my second team. They're where I'm from, so I'm proud to see them play well. He looks very good, man. He does look very good, and I'm interested to see how he will fill the void eventually of Pukki, because I feel like he's already sort of edging his way there. He's still not starting, but from what I see, he's got the legs that Pukki doesn't. And I mean, Pukki's like a mid to low Premier League player, so Sargent's definitely there, and he's a lot younger, so a few years move him up possibly, we'll have to see. Brad Guzan. I mean, he's old now. Let's just put him there. Someone's got to be there. He's old as hell. He was a good, decent goalkeeper, but yeah, that's where I put him for now. Aaron Long, he nearly got a move to West Ham, so he's probably a low Premier League player. He probably would have been like a backup to players like Ogbonna and stuff. Don't know much of him, but I know he was nearly signed by West Ham. Eric Palmer-Brown, is he the one from Man City? Where's he at now? Did he just get a move as well? Am I thinking of someone else? There's a lot of youngsters that have been getting moved. Eric Palmer. Is he the Man City player? So is that Troy's? Maybe just decent player. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit off with that. Is this Miles Robinson? Is he the one who scored the winner in the Gold Cup? Again, I don't know much about him, but for that reason alone, I'll put him here. Tim Ream, he's championship quality, but because I've put it as barely championship quality, I'll just put him here again. He's playing for Fulham at the moment, to be fair, and they're like doing bits in the championship, so that's fair enough. Yedlin again, decent player. I remember, bro, back in the day, I remember seeing clips of him. He was rapid, bro. I mean, he still is rapid, but like, he was like a sprinter. I mean, I just remember the hype when he was younger was crazy. Like, he nearly joined Norwich when he was younger, and that was when the hype around him was nuts. But then obviously he joined Tottenham, then Sunderland, then Newcastle. Now he's at Galatasaray, which, to be fair, is a very good level. I don't know how he's done for them actually. I'm not going to look into that actually. Maybe actually now I'll put him in terms of ability. I'd say here again. He's not young, but in terms of like, he's definitely a lot better than Championship, decent player. So I'd probably say he's like here in terms of ability, but obviously he's getting on a bit, so he's not as old. So I mean, yeah, maybe there. I don't know. It's probably like getting mixed up with some of the things I'm saying, but we move. I've heard of this guy. I don't know much about him, but put him in decent. I mean, I can't really put him here because he's not actually played much. I don't want to judge him on that, to be fair. No, I can't judge someone that I've not seen anything of. No, Jordan Morris. See, he went to Swansea and he got injured, didn't he? I think. He's a decent player. He's probably a championship, high-level championship player. He just got unlucky from what I remember with the injury. Is this Conrad de la Fuente? Or however you say it? Talented but young. He just went to he went to Marseille and he's playing for them, I think. I mean, it's probably in between here and with the potential to being like here. Maybe like here. But I've not seen much of him, and I see the sort of when he's playing for Marseille, to be fair. On that, he's got to go there, hasn't he? He's got to go there. Zardes, the FIFA icon, decent player. He's a good player, but I mean, he is a good player and he's an icon from FIFA, but I can't rate him up here. He's just like a solid sort of backup for someone like, again, probably someone like Norwich. I mean, in terms of his stature, he's a strong, fast player, but maybe just like not got the finishing abilities, etc. But yeah, Jose Altidore, what's he doing nowadays? Decent player. Is he still at Toronto? Josie Altidore. Josie Altidore. He's I mean, he's playing in the MLS, still scoring, but yeah, maybe this. Again, he's definitely a championship level player, but I'll just put him there. Marcus Hope. Is it Marcus Hope? Matthew Hope. Or is it Matthew Hope? Yeah, he just got the move to the Spanish team, didn't he? From Mallorca. Yeah, he's a young talent as well, isn't he? Probably here. Good potential player. Again, he'd probably play for a lot of lower sort of Premier League teams and be like one of the better players, because he was one of the better players for Schalke. Again, the Schalke team was awful, but he was one of the better players. And he's now at Mallorca. I'm intrigued to see how he will do. Because he had that little run where he scored loads of goals, didn't he? But again, I don't know too much. I can't go too in depth. Carter Vickers, he just got a move to a Scottish team, I think. Maybe not. Decent player. Yeah, I say decent player. He's probably in between like here, to be honest. This video is going to be very long, so I'm going to try and rush this. Michael Bradley, he's old. He's not. Nah, he's probably got to be here. He'd still. Well, how old is he? I don't actually know how old he is. Michael Bradley. 34. Maybe I'll put him. I mean, I can see him go to someone like a Watford, maybe, but maybe here. He's not talented, or he is talented. He's not young, but in terms of like ability, he's definitely above here. But then he's probably. I mean, you look at the players. Yeah, maybe. It's sort of in between. I'm gonna put him here. I can't. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but I'll put him there just for now. Dwayne Holmes. I mean, he plays for Huddersfield. Or is it Derby? Wasn't he at Derby? Dwayne Holmes. And I mean, Huddersfield, they've started well, to be fair, but probably. Looking at the players here, he probably is a sort of. Yeah. Don't know how many times he's played for the US, to be fair. Has he even played for the US before? 2 times, to be fair. Yeah, I'd say he's a decent player, good level championship player probably. Now these are players that I'm definitely not. Sebastian Soto, he's got the loan to Porto. He's playing in the B team, but I knew there was a lot of hype around about a year ago. I don't know how the hype is now. He's played for the US a few times, I think, but I say he's here. Maybe he's a bit too young, or a bit too like raw as a sort of a player, because he's not got as many minutes for someone similar to his age. Like, I don't know. Like in terms of like how much they played, someone like Zardes should definitely be higher. Some of these players, let's just. I don't know. He didn't play for Norwich much last year. I mean, he didn't play. He played alone at like a Dutch team, and he done well for them actually, didn't he? He done well for the Dutch team, but they were a second division team. Now let's say he's a decent player, and he's got potential to be around this sort of area. I can see him being like a sort of a super sub for a team, like a good sort of super sub in a few years for a team like a Villa, being their sort of like there's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for Villa in a few years, getting those goals off the bench kind of thing. And I mean, now it's just I'm seeing players that I don't really know, to be honest. Hamid, decent player, I'd say. I mean, if that's it, I think that's it. I think that's probably it from what I can really judge. There's a lot of players here that I can't judge, and I'm sorry. Is it Matt Turner? It is. I just know his name. I don't actually know how much about him, so I can't really judge him. But yeah, this is my list. And I mean, with sort of like in context, for England, like I said, for English players, I'd put someone like Kane here. Then maybe like players like Sancho, Sterling. I mean, he played well. Yeah, probably Sterling. Players like Luke Shaw's very good, to be fair. For his position, he probably is up here. So yeah, for his position, I'd probably say someone like Luke Shaw because he's a very good player, actually. He's gone crazy recently. Then here, I'd probably put players like... maybe seeing this, maybe Daryl Dike here for now, because he's done well in the Championship, but how has he done for Orlando since he went back? Daryl... I know he scored a few, but I don't know how well he's been doing. 2 and 5, I mean, yeah, not the worst, not the greatest. So yeah, probably here. Yeah, Dike probably here actually. I don't know. I put him very high. Maybe some of these, I don't know. Maybe I've mixed them up a bit too much, but yeah. So players here for England, players like Wan-Bissaka, Calvin Phillips. Yeah, those sort of level players. Danny Ings, kind of. Yeah, Vardy, even though he doesn't play for England, maybe around here. And then players for England around here, I don't know. I don't even know where to put it, to be honest. But yeah, this is my list. If you enjoyed this, please suggest some more of these sorts of videos you want to see in future. Like I said, I want to do a lot more soccer videos in future, a lot of football related videos with the USMNT, with a lot more Premier League stuff. I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes. Some MLS stuff. I'm interested in getting into that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. More on the way, hopefully, and until next time, like, subscribe.